Hello and welcome back to Car Chat TV. My name is Oliver and in today's episode we're going to be talking all about the Audi Q8 e-tron, and I'm going to tell you all of the things you need to know about this car. This car is super quiet. I'm talking it's wet, it's cold, it's rainy, it's windy, and listen, I've got no radio on because normally I like to just chill out in the electric cars to see, you know, what they're like, how quiet they are. And the Audi Q8 e-tron is super quiet, and this is down to a number of things, right? This is down to, well, first of all, I'll try and show you in the wheel arches. It's the thickest material I've ever seen. It's like felt, it looks like the underbelly of a rhino and its abs, and that helps just deaden all of the sound not coming into the cabin. Also, all the mats in the car, they've got a foam backing and that absorbs all the sound as well, just making it really quiet and chill inside the car. Again, double glaze winding, double glaze windscreen, and all around you just keeps that cabin really quiet inside. And I believe that even the electric motors, which do make a bit of a futuristic sound when you pull away, I believe they sit in actually in an acoustic box, which helps deaden the sound as well. So if you're looking for an extremely quiet electric vehicle and you've got a bit of money, then you need to be testing out the Q8 e-tron. So this used to be just the Audi e-tron, and then they renamed it, rebranded it the Audi Q8 e-tron. It sits in between the Audi Q5 and the Audi Q7. They've redesigned the grille. Do you remember that really horrible old grille that was like a Venetian blind? It was half open and then closed, and it just looked really weird, and it was horizontal bars. Sorry if anyone still owns that, but it's nasty. This is a new badge. I think it looks cool, nice and big, futuristic, obviously plastic. The old Audi badge, even though it was chrome and probably still plastic, it had a little bit more of a metallic look. Now this big giant black frame that goes around the grille, it almost looks like you're looking into the innards of some sort of robotic creature. I do like that. I do love the big black frame grille around the grille. The whole front of the car is just pretty much grille in its frame. Then you've got new bumpers, redesigned bumpers, which makes the car look a little bit better. Those air curtains look cool. They are big and they are functional as well. They go round there. You can't see the air, but aerodynamic, it helps. Not too aggressive with the front splitter, but I'm sure you can. I don't know what the SQ8 one looks like, haven't seen it in person yet, but new redesigned lights as well. These are pretty fancy. Audi Matrix headlamps, they have pretty cool startup sequences and whatnot. And on the Audi Q4 you can actually customize. You can't on this one. Now the color is ultra blue, £791, sorry, £795. It's the S-Line trim, this one, guys, and it's about 88k PR press car spec. But if you were going for a 50, that starts at around £69,000. You get 281 miles of range with that. This is supposed to do 330 miles of range. What do you think about the new look of the Audi Q8 e-tron? I just thought I'd throw in a little bit that we could chat about the exterior really, and just have a little chat. Someone said that looks like remember the old Hyundai Ioniq cars? Because of that same colour, that same silver, I can't get that out of my head now, and it does scream a little bit Ioniq. But I do like when you get close, they're not circles, they're actually hexagons. But I think it's definitely an upgrade. And the car itself has had a load of upgrades. It's stiffer, it handles better. I mean, you're paying a lot of money for this car. Let's talk about the wheels. So these are 21 inches on the S-Line, and they go up. If you get the Sport, it's 20 inches. So all these cars have a minimum 20 inches depending on what trim level you have. So my guess is the 50 with the 20 inches might just ride a little bit softer and more comfier. But there you go, that's the exterior. I don't want to waffle too much more, so you just let me know what you think. It's also really comfortable. You've got adaptive air suspension on the Q8 e-tron, and it just soaks up the lumps and bumps. Again, if I'm paying 80 grand for a car, well, the 69 K is the 50 Q8 e-tron, but still that's a lot of money, isn't it? We'll talk about that later. But the suspension is really good, it's really superb. And at the moment in the UK where I live in England, the roads have never been so bad. There's tons of potholes, and I just hit one then, and literally it was just a very, very gentle thud. And that's what you expect, don't you, with Audi adaptive air suspension. When someone tells you an SUV's got air suspension, you expect that pillowy, floaty ride, and this has that. It is super. I would love to go on a long journey. Well, if I had to go on a long journey, then this would be a cool car to go in. I don't love going on long journeys, but that's what I'm trying to say. A bit of backstory then, or a bit of background information. I've got 223 miles, the car says, on an 86% battery. This is the 55, so I'm expecting 330 miles of range. And the 50, you get 281 miles of range. Again, it's pretty cold today, but 223 miles on 86%, I'll take that. Okay, this is shocking. This is absolutely shocking. Come and have a look here between my legs. Look at the back. All right. There's a 12 volt thing. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do? 12 volt, no USBs. No USBs, not on the chairs, not on the back of the center console. This is an £88,000 S-Line. Where's all the USBs? Where's all the connectivity, right? There's nothing on the doors. I mean, there's some nice suede, of course, yeah. I mean, okay, and a Bang & Olufsen system, because it's got the tech pack on it. But honestly, I want to ask you, honestly, should a very expensive car, Audi, in the back have some USB, some accessibility for... The first thing I do as a passenger, if I'm getting in the back, I'm looking where I can charge my phone, my devices, especially if I'm on a long journey, especially if you're a kid. And I noticed in the top trim plug-in hybrid edition, the Audi Q3 plug-in hybrid, that didn't have any USBs in the rear either. Am I going mad? Recently, I don't think I've been in any new cars that don't have any type of USB connectability in the rear, and even in the third row they're allowing that kind of tech for you, but there's nothing. Oh look, we'll give you some coat hanger valves you can use. Yeah, pathetic. Charging, quick mention about charging. So this is the facelifted Q8 e-tron. It's gone up with the fast charging from the old model. So the 50 can now do 150 kilowatts max. The 55 can do 170 kilowatt max. But really, charging from home, 7 kilowatts. For the 55, you're looking at 18 hours from 0 to full. That's a long time, isn't it? And then the 50, 14.5 hours. So you save 3.5 hours, but it's got a smaller battery on the 50. And then if you've got a fast charger on the 50, then you're looking at 28 minutes, 10 to 80%. And then on the, I'm going left here. And then on the 55, 10 to 80%, looking at 31 minutes. So the 50 is 10 grand cheaper than the 55. You don't get as many miles. The battery's not as big, obviously, but it is actually quicker to charge on a 7 kilowatt. Like 3.5 hours can still mean a lot of difference. And to be honest with you, I want to ask you a question. There's 49 miles difference, right, from the 50 to the 55. So literally it comes down to one question, and that question is, would you have 49 miles more range for 10 grand? I wouldn't. Would you? I think the 50 sport trim, which is 69 grand, is probably the one to go for, in my opinion. But let me know what you think down in the comments. It's pretty practical too. Let me show you the Q8 e-tron's boot space. I love how that's a black badge, but it's not a black edition. 569 litres of boot space. On some of the trims, you do get some netting in here. This is only the S-Line 55 trim. I think I said that in the car earlier. And then obviously you pay more money to get the black edition, the Vorsprung. Under here, you've got quite a bit of deep storage as well. Look at that. And you can spec a spare wheel, but I think it's around £330 for that spare wheel. So that's on you, whether you want it or not. 569 litres of boot space, but that's not just it. So let's hit that button. You'll have to let me know if you think that's enough for your boot space. But I'm gonna come around the front, and I should have Should have got this ready for you, but it's such a heavy bonnet. Oh yeah, there we go. Right, the frunk. Every electric vehicle should have a frunk space. Am I right? Am I right? I think I am. 52 litres. If you want to take this out, you can, and put a nice hamper, basket, or picnic wherever you're going. This comes with Audi car. It's a waterproof bag. Brilliant. Oh, you're paying a pretty penny for this, so you want to get some nice things. So waterproof, 52 litres, cables go in there, so you've got some good storage all in all. Let me know what you guys think about that. Just a quickie, you can also tow 1800 kilograms with this Q8 e-tron. This one doesn't have the little ball towing thing though. I want to talk to you about the regenerative paddles that you've got on the steering wheel. So the left one does, there we go. Will it get me to a stop all the way down? No, it won't. I'm going about 5 miles an hour. It will not get me to a complete stop, so I need to put my foot down. So it won't, there's no harshness of the regen. I love that you can customize them. I think that's great. You know, the left and right paddles, the car seems to kind of push itself forward quite well. The regen doesn't feel harsh at all. Even on the lowest setting, it doesn't feel too harsh. It's great that you can customize them, but it's not one pedal driving. It's not as harsh as other electric vehicles out there. And what I still really want is a display to tell me how much or how many miles I'm harvesting back into the battery. I don't really know in terms of miles. The only time I've seen a display is on the Kia Soul EV that says +2, +1, which was pretty handy. I don't know why we don't get some cool displays showing us how much we regen back. I'd like to know that kind of thing. So here's a little inside look at the cabin of the Audi Q8 e-tron 55 S-Line trim. You've got this 10.1 infotainment screen there, and I think that's like a little 8-incher that you can use. And if you listen, it's got haptic feedback, right? So you can press heated seats, don't need that. And it works pretty well. You can see I've got 85% battery now, and that gives me 221 miles of range. This is a good button. This is a park assist button. So it says please select which direction of travel to unpark or park. So that's a quick route into that. These are your driving assists. Click that and then you can turn off, there you go, speed warning, traffic sign, presense, lane departure, emergency. Boring, let's go off. And then obviously your cameras. Let's look at these are pretty cool. So 3D camera here, and one thing that no one's actually told me anyway is that you can actually zoom in. I don't know why you would need to, but I just thought that was pretty cool. You could zoom in just like on a phone, but there you go. It's I don't know why you'd need that, but you can see where I am in a really scary car park. Barry lives in there. Right, let's come off of that. Those are those buttons. So some people moan that it's all touchscreen. I mean, some more expensive cars do have a rotary wheel as well to use the infotainment, which I am a big fan of actually, so you don't have to take your eyes off the road when you're driving. This isn't cool. This is a wireless phone charger which you pay extra for with the, I think it's the tech pack or something, and it's horizontal. No, it's vertical. I don't want this little clipper. I'm a bit OCD. I don't want that clipper touching the screen of my phone. If I'm paying for a wireless charger, I want it to be horizontal. I want it to be flat so I can put my phone in there. You got a little bit here, so there you go. Anyway, I'm just moaning to you guys. You let me know. Little flicker, little rocker back and forth, hides under this like arm rest, hand rest. Door bins are big. There you go. A bit of a look, a bit of a goosey gander, I think that's the saying, to have a little look. And then you can open your power tailgate here as well. Got some lights. That doesn't look too expensive, does it? I like the physical buttons, and this, it's like the only knob on the car apart from the volume switch, where you've got a little bit of metallic detailing as well. Works nice. I like the suede you've got here. Materials are good. The seat's nice. I'm enjoying this grey S-Line badges on there. I know Audi fans love that. I'm actually enjoying this grey. Bolsters are nice. The seats are pretty hard and firm, to be honest, which is a good sign of it's going to be durable. So you've got like a dark grey against the light grey. I think it looks pretty cool for the moment. As we know, colours date. I would always choose just black, just full black leather. And in the sport trim, you actually do get black leather, so I'd go for that one. This lights up at night as well. I can't really show you this, but you've got the Etron badge here, and there you go, there's your glove box, which is pretty big. So there you go, a little bit of an insight into the interior as well. This car is extremely expensive. When I still think about it now, it's a lot of money. £69,000 for the 50 sport trim entry, £79,000 for the 55 trim sport trim entry. Everything you go up from there on the trim levels, it's more money. Yes, it's got a number of competition out there. You look at BMW iX kind of money. You're looking at, you know, Mercedes-Benz EQC. We're looking at Tesla Model X. But there's one car that I think, if you are looking for some range, for example, 330 miles, you want that range, you want all-wheel drive, but you're not sure about £79,000, the Model Y. I see lots of Tesla Model Ys. Whether you like the look of them or not, they come with 331 miles of range. For the long range version, if you have the rear wheel drive version, you're looking at 281. Now, the long range version is £53,000. That's £26,000 saving for the 55 one of the Q8 e-tron. If you want 330 miles of range, £26,000 saving. It's going to be quicker, it's going to be faster to charge, and you've got more miles of range as well. So I can see why a lot of people are going for the Tesla Model Y. What I want to know is, well, I know you're going to say this is expensive anyway, but what I want to know is, what would you rather get over this Q8 e-tron? You're looking at a car, you need 330 miles of range, you want all-wheel drive, which Audi do offer with this car. The Quattro all-wheel drive system comes with both of the variants. Let me know in the comments, what would you get over this Audi Q8 e-tron? Because I get why people are going to Model Ys. I do. You know, it's affordable. It's still a lot of money. Let's be honest. It's still a lot of money out there. But anyway, I'm going to waffle on no more. I'm going to do a full review of this Audi Q8 e-tron. If you like this episode, throw me a like. Comment down below what you think of the car. As always, get a sub to Car Chat TV, and I'll see you on the next one. If you've made it this far, thank you ever so much for watching. I've just popped up 2 more videos on your screen that you also may like. If you do watch one, let me know what you think.